Hey everyone, this is Mike again, and I'm here in Manhattan at the South Shore Seaport. It's a beautiful place. There's a museum right behind me, and it's a really sunny day, which is good for me. I'm so glad about this because the videos I've been putting out lately haven't been having the best light, and I'm glad that I have an opportunity to give you all some good light because I promised that myself that for these first 30 videos I would not edit. I wouldn't do anything to edit or fix it up. I wouldn't touch anything up, so everything is raw and just off the cuff. So and again, that's a challenge that I had to give myself as well because of the type of person that I am. I like to make everything presentable, but this is a test for me, and I'm glad you're here for this test and this experiment. We'll see how it goes. So I'm in the city, and there are millions of people in New York City. Of course, you know that. Beautiful place. You've got to come here to visit once or twice, or at least one time in your life. However, New York does have a certain energy of aggression and just a fast-paced, nonchalant attitude towards human life, especially when you're walking on the sidewalk. It's so hard. You see people darting past you, and if you're here for the first time, it's a beautiful sight to see, but at the wrong moment it can be a bit alienating. It can make you feel like you're disconnected from society and from each other. And that brings me to my point for today. My little thought for today is the value of a smile. How far a smile can go and how far a friendly greeting can go. Now, picture me. I'm a person who says hi to everyone. It doesn't matter who it is. I say hi to them, and I don't have to know them in order to greet them. There have been times when driving with my family or with friends, or going out for that matter, they would ask me, "Did you know that person?" And I'd say no. They would swear I know the person because of how warm my greeting was and how I guess familiar I felt, familiar the greeting felt. So they would often shake their head in like disbelief that I would give myself so readily to a person that I didn't know in terms of my greeting. But it's because I understood the value of a smile and understood the value of a greeting, which in New York City is not so easy to do. But if you can master this in New York, if you can do this here, then my friend, you can do this anywhere. So how did I find out about this? Well, there was one experience, and I believe because of that one experience that I did acknowledge and see, that there are so many more experiences that I didn't even become conscious or aware of, and I'll explain in a second. Situations where a greeting in the past, a warm greeting in the past, a smile, was able to open a door for me that I didn't even know I needed opening. So let me explain. In my neighborhood, I greet everyone. I know the Chinese food guy by name. I know the people at the store. The corner store. I make sure I greet people and let them know that I'm available if they need to talk about anything, or just vent, or just have someone who is not too busy to hear them out. And so it's not easy to do that in New York, but as a matter of fact, I had this conversation with my daughter the other day, letting her know, because she said, "Daddy, why do you always speak to people or say hi to people? How do you know everyone in the neighborhood?" Because she was surprised at the amount of people that I was waving to on our really quick walk to the boardwalk. And I explained to her that if I need to help someone else out as a minister, if I need to help someone else out, it'll be so much easier to help them out if we already have a rapport. But she doesn't know that word, so I said if we already know each other. And I told her, I said, if I have to share something with a person, it's a lot less awkward to really get intimate and deep about what they're going through or what I sense in their life if we already have a relationship or they already know me. So it's important to me to at least open that door. And so then she understood. She said, okay, I get it now. So it's a lot less awkward if you already know the person or if they already have a good impression of you before you have to dig deep into their life to figure out what's going on. Okay, and that's an occupational requirement for me. So maybe you don't have that issue, but it still helps if you are able to build a rapport and positive relationships before you need to use them. That could be another video on its own, but I hope you got that. So getting back to the point, there, you know, being that I greet people and just openly am friendly with people that I don't even know, sometimes jokingly saying, hey, how's the family? And they're like, oh, fine, the family's good. Where do I know you from again? And then I just open up and say, hey, we don't know each other. I just, you know, took a chance. And then the people that are with me are shaking their head in displeasure at how embarrassing my gesture was. But, you know, it's all in good fun. And at the end of it all, you leave with the experience of knowing someone that you didn't know even better than you could have known them if it was just a general dry and uninvolved hi or greeting. So that's another thing, another little tidbit that you get for free. I didn't plan to share that, but hey. So now greeting people, I've run into individuals in my neighborhood or around that I never knew I would see again. And the beautiful thing about people is they open you up to, each person opens you up to approximately 200 other people or 200 other opportunities. So each individual you meet has the potential to help you meet 200 other people or open the door to 200 opportunities. So that's not my main point, but I'm sure just in that one statistic alone, you can see the potential and you can see how valuable a friendly greeting can be. And you can't always go by whether you'll see the person again, because you never know. Just begin to develop the habit of everyone you meet, giving them something good, something positive to walk away from. And here's the reason why. There was a time where I did not know that I would run into someone that I greeted in a friendly way before in my own neighborhood, and that person was actually at a counter that I had to, I believe it was not the DMV, but one of these government offices that I had to go into, and the person had no idea that we met before, but I knew, because I don't easily forget faces. Names, I can forget a name. I can forget a name quickly. All right, that's something I'm real good at, but a face, I'm not too good at forgetting faces. So they had no idea they met me before, but I knew that we met. But because our meeting was quick, it was short, and it was a greeting that I don't know what it did to them. It could have made their day. That impression that I made in 5 seconds was crystallized in their mind. And when it came time to see me again, their conscious mind did not know who I was, but their subconscious mind did. Because somewhere in their mind, they recalled that feeling that they had when I smiled at them and greeted them. And because of that, I was able to open a door to a positive experience that could have been a horrific experience. If anyone has ever been in a New York government building, whether it's the DMV or whether it's a Social Security office or the post office to get a new passport, any of those areas, you know how it feels to be, I don't want to say a victim online in one of those departments or one of those buildings, but you get what I'm saying. It really pays to have a positive experience to be the foundation for your next encounter with that individual. And so I listed two by mistake. I didn't mean to list the first two benefits to sharing a smile with someone and sharing a good greeting or good experience with an individual that you never met. But the last one was the one that I was trying to hit home, the last point, which is when you give a good greeting and smile at someone, you never know how or when you're going to meet them again. And it just might be something, an experience that you might need them for. So it pays to be friendly. It pays to leave a good impression with as many people as possible as you can. I know it's not always easy, especially in a busy city like New York, but do your very best, because it might come back, not to bite you in the bottom, but it might come back to bless you. So remember that, and until next time, keep growing, keep doing, and keep on becoming. God bless.